Magandang umaga sa
Ay,
inyong
good
lahat.
day everybody.
Na iba ang
To
aming
everybody.
location. Nag-location shot kami ngayong umaga.
Pero ibang-iba. At saka maririnig nyo siguro yung background music namin na sounds from the ocean.
The surf pounding on the beach.
Yes. It's bright sunny weather after a heavy storm and so much rain. No?
So we hope you're all safe. At yan pa naman ang ating topic, yung inyong kapakanan.
Oo, related na yung ating na dinaanan sa storm with this topic this morning on our welfare, looking after our own welfare. No? Kasi alam mo minsan, meron din mga tao na ang sinasabi, ay wala na silang panahon para sa sariling kapakanan. Kumbaga yung sometimes yung mga mothers or mga fathers, parang sila ay
mothers.
too busy to exercise, too busy to, have rest and everything. Pero in the long run, mas malaki pa lang yung problema pag pinabayaan natin ang ating kapakanan.
Yung kalusugan ng ating katawan,
Oo.
alalahanin natin yung kalusugan ng katawan, kasama rin yung isip niya.
Oo.
Yes. So, napaka-timely yan ngayon, di ba? Maraming issues sa mental health dahil sa prolonged hirap na
Stress.
dinanas natin sa pandemic.
At saka hindi ba nakikita naman natin kahit sa mga panahon, sa weather, ay laging merong mga pabagyo-bagyo, pang mga thunderstorms, may mga baha. Ganon din ang buhay natin. Maraming bagyo, maraming baha. Kaya kailangan handa tayo lagi.
Matibay tayo.
Matibay,
Parang
may
matibay
foundation.
na bahay.
Oo, yes. Kaya ang topic natin is all about you and us, no?
Each of us.
Dedicated to everybody ang topic natin para lahat tayo ay mas maging matibay.
Ganon.
Okay.
Oo.
Kasi kapag ang kapakanan natin ay binigyan natin ng wastong pansin, lahat ng nasa palibot natin at paligid natin,
Makikinabang rin.
Makikinabang.
Yan.
Yes.
Oo.
nadadala rin sila.
Yes.
Oo.
Katulad, meron tayong kaibigan dito sa La Union na he is with the NDRRMC, di ba?
Yes.
So, iniisip niya yung kapakanan ng sarili niya at lagi niyang iniisip din ang kapakanan natin lahat.
Oo.
So, dapat ganyan tayo. Tayo yung example.
Actually, pag hindi tayo handa at hindi natin inalagaan yung ating kapakanan, nagiging problema rin tayo sa ibang tao.
Oo nga.
Hindi ba parang merong boat na isang tao hindi marunong mag-swimming, yung tao at bumababa yung boat or something,
Sinking.
baka kapitan niya yung iba at biglang lumubog silang dalawa,
Oo.
hindi ba? So,
Panic kasi.
Oo.
Tapos hawakan yung isa.
Oo.
Dalawa silang malulunod.
Oo.
Ayun yung sinabing,
Classic yan.
alam niyo yung nagpapanik.
Oo.
Ayan.
Yun ang number one
sign.
bawal.
Yun ay isang, kumbaga it's a sign or a symptom of
Senyales.
unpreparedness.
yes.
Ayun na nga. Hindi
At saka
handa.
kumbaga wala siyang confidence na magagawa niya yung dapat niyang gawin.
Gawin.
Kumbaga, at saka nagme-mental block.
Oo nga
May
eh.
mental block.
Yung pa naman ng panicking, yan ang unang mangyayari. Para talagang yung chances of survival bagsak.
Alam mo,
Kaya dapat handa tayo.
You get into yung pag ang isang tao, ang kapakanan, kunyari, hindi niya binigyan ng pansin at pinaghandaan niya ang buhay niya.
Oo.
Kapag may crisis o kapag may dadating na mga maliliit na bagyo o malaking bagyo,
Mga challenge sa buhay.
challenge, ganun talaga ang buhay sa mundo eh. Alam nyo, nangyayari dyan ang tawag dito sa mga sundalo na matagal na silang nakikipagdigma, the fog of war. Yung matagal na silang hindi natutulog, kunyari tuloy-tuloy yung bakbakan. Kasi may sukat yan eh. After almost, there's a description of this study recently na he's a famous, he's a following, he's an announcer, and he's a really nice guy. No? And they tested. He himself made yung parang siya yung naging ehemplo. Kapag hindi ka natutulog, pinilit mong gising ka ng 48 hours, tapos hanggat 54 hours, may gano'n na ginawa niya. From being a jolly guy, nice guy that everybody loves him. He's a newscaster, he's a personality. Then, after 24 hours, the signs of irritability was beginning to show up. By the time it was hitting 48 hours, things that he was talking about was just out of this world already. It's like he was a totally different person.
He
So,
was
ibig mo
losing
sabihin,
it.
halimbawa yung sinabi mong fog of war, tama na trained sila, efficient sila, no? Pero pagka sumobra, kulang sa pahinga, kulang sa tulog, nagiging counterproductive.
Counterproductive.
So,
Kaya-
iba pa rin yung may balance tayo.
No matter what na sabihin nyo na I prepared myself very well,
Oo.
there's always a limit to this.
Oo.
And the measure, every person has to measure it. Oh,
Dapat
I work
kilala nila yung
16
kaya.
hours a day, I work this many hours a day, or 8 hours a day, may mga ganon ka. Dapat yung preparation mo is based on the activities you are engaging yourself in. Hindi mo pwedeng sasabihin na constant lang kakayanin ko dahil ang lakas ko tumakbo, nakakaganito ko. Hindi ganon eh. Kaya hindi natin pwedeng pagtingnan na porque atleta ako o malakas ako, I'm fit. Pero may ginagawa ka naman na detrimental doon.
Oo, kailan talaga balance.
Babalanse
Actually,
natin.
recently may lumabas na article about sleep at in-explain nila doon na ang taong kulang sa tulog, may certain point na yun ang magiging reason kung bakit you engage in activities that are detrimental to you. Yung medyo yung thinking mo hindi na tama. You end up taking risky behavior.
Bakit? Kasi minsan sinasabi sa mga doktor that they have 24-hour shift, 48-hour
yan na nga.
shift.
Oo.
Parang hindi yata maganda rin sa, di ba?
Oo,
Kasi-
kasi life and death ang hawak nila.
Saka kung ikaw ay doktor,
Dapat
on
itulog
duty,
din sila.
di ba may mga
Oo,
ganon.
on
Tapos, minsan, di ba yung ang daming ganyan na professionals natin na gising sila sa gabi, tulog sila sa araw.
Oo.
So, ibig sabihin nun,
Against nature yan.
oo, hindi, there'll be times that you won't be able to make decisions, sound
Tama.
decisions.
Oo. Ayun na nga, scientifically they prove na yung decision making mo, epektado talaga.
Hindi ba kahit sa mga drivers, pag hindi nakatulog yung driver,
Delikado.
hindi ba
Kadalasan ng mga
may
aksidente.
Yes, kasi the brain turns off na
So,
eh.
you are also a danger to other people,
Yes.
as well as to yourself dahil you did not do yung self-care,
Right.
pag-alaga sa sarili mo.
Ang
In
tawag
fact,
doon,
may-
sound decision eh. Your decision-making
Hindi nga
process.
nagiging sound.
If this is if the nature of your work is you're constantly missing out on certain things that are naturally you should be following sa buhay mo.
Like sleeping.
Kunyari, you will find even sometimes this amazes me. When I used to travel to Manila in the early years, taking public transport, I normally would want to take pagdating ka na Manila, gabi na, para you miss out on all the traffic. Kasi nung araw, wala naman mga air condition yung aming mga bus eh. So, alam nyo, it amazes me how drivers, may mga suki silang hintuan ng mga, ng mga kainan. Then, pasurubyo, yung unang stopover, may
Galing po
kakainin.
kaming Baguio yan.
May kakainin na siya. Tapos, bago siya makarating ng Maynila, nahihintaan na naman, kakain na naman.
Oo.
So, you're going, wow. Kaya, sometimes, it amazes me how can you go on doing and embracing this lifestyle
Oo, delikado rin.
and you're a driver?
Yes. Yung iba kasi, pag sobrang na kumain ka ng kanin, nakakaantok rin yun, hindi ba? It slows down your thinking process. Pero, yung iba, ang nagiging solution nila, iinom ng mga energy,
Yeah.
Delikado
mga, ano ba yung mga Red Bull, yung mga ganun, which is
Shark.
also,
Yung
which is
mga
also
ganun.
bad naman for the
Kasi
heart.
punong-puno
hindi ba?
yan ng caffeine.
Caffeine,
so,
di ba?
mabibigla naman
Kaya
ang
nga,
ating puso.
so sa kapakanan ang pinag-uusapan natin, nag-uumpisa sa sarili yan, but alalahanin mo, in our society, most of us don't just work for ourselves. We involve the society in our work. Our society,
Katulad nga ng driver, yung trabaho niya apektado lahat.
halos lahat tayo ganun eh.
Yes. So,
Every time you work in a factory, every time you work even in a corporation, you're working in a team, as a team.
oo.
And it's for what? For what reason? Normally, it's a service-oriented.
Oo.
It will result sa, kumbaga, it affects a certain sector of the society itself, depending on the nature of your work. So here, sa sarili natin, we really had to make time. Tapos, not only that,
Time
Meron-
to rest.
Right,
Oo.
make time to rest. You have your downtime every day.
Yeah.
Time to eat well, chew
Right.
your
Yes.
food,
Become
and
mindful of your
exercise
actions.
properly.
exercise, and even to do your meditation, mga ganyan na activities for you to recover.
Oo.
Hindi
Kasi
ba?
alam mo, meron minsan naglabas ng new study na pansin nila lahat talaga ng pinakamalalang aksidente nangyari sa mundo nangyari sa gabi. Kasi yung mga tao,
Marami nangyayari
gising
sa
sila
gabi.
nga nung gabi, kulang sila sa tulog, so they make wrong moves, wrong decisions. So yun, disgrasyang malalaki na talagang even yung mga nuclear power plant na sumabog, ganun din nakita nila, gabi daw nangyari.
Gabi nangyayari.
Oo.
Yeah, kadalasan.
Imagine, ayun talaga, hindi lang isang country involved dun. The whole world is affected, di ba? Pagka nagsaabog ang mga ganyan.
Yeah.
Ah,
So the
Very
importance
major.
of self-care cannot be talagang you should just really emphasize this na wag nating pabayaan yung welfare ng ating sarili, and it is kumbaga investment natin yan for a better quality of life.
yes.
Not kasi sometimes some people say, hindi kaya ako kumakayod ngayon kasi para in the future meron na kaming naipon and everything. Pero ngayon naman pinapatay mo na, pinapaiksi mo na rin yung sarili mong buhay kasi nga kahit kumita ka na malaki pero yun na paralyzed ka naman, na stroke ka
O
in
yung
the
kinita
future.
mo para lang sa medical bills mo dahil pinabayaan mo yung sarili
Yeah,
mo.
that's why it's
katawan.
always best to sometimes, kunyari, you work, yeah. There are people who are very passionate about their work.
Oo nga, nakikalimutan na nila
Nalilimutan nila
lahat,
yung lahat.
pati pamilya
Pati
nila.
yung pamilya. May ganyan eh. Ngayon, that's why kailangan pa rin balance.
Oo nga.
Tsaka, katulad, alam nyo, may mga sa atin, sinasabi nga i-adjust na natin yung retirement age. Okay lang yun. Sa totoo lang.
Make it earlier or make it later?
Later.
Kasi,
Later.
one is, there are many of us who can still live productive lives.
Yes.
And there are many of us, because of our experience,
Yeah.
can do things.
Kailangan yung experience.
Kailangan yung experience na yun. It can contribute,
Yes.
so that hindi ka na nag-hit or miss sa iyong decision-making process. So, kumbaga wag mo na ulitin yung naging hadlang noon ng ibang tao at iulitin nyo. Don't really, huwag mong ulit ka na lang ulit para hindi tayo natututo. Kaya, the reason why I mentioned about this, if you are, let's say, coming to a time of your life that for 35, 36 years, you live a very productive life. And then, sabihin sa'yo, look, kailangan mo na mag-slow down. Now, if the only time that you begin to slow down or to look into the future was on the time that you're about to retire, then that's when you're facing grave issues with your health or with whatever you do. Ang importante, how you live today while you're young and how you manage it. That's why nga, in the beginning,
How you manage it today will affect how you
when we were
later.
training, I was involved in education. Now, we were training individuals to be in the armed services. I was involved with that. And the type of training that we teach them, there's one aspect na, okay, ito to get you fit to this level. And how can you maintain this fitness? It's always the question. Then you also have to learn a lifetime sport. Something that habang buhay na ginagawa nyo to complement the fitness regimen that you are given.
Oo, kasi you always need to move.
Right.
Pag sinabing it's time to slow down, ibig sabihin, hindi naman natitigil ka na sa kabakalaw. Gagalaw pa rin tayo.
If you continue to exercise and you plan your activity all your life, kagandahan niya, you're looking for the future looking ka. You have to shift to a more milder type of exercise. For example, may mga kaibigan tayo minsan sinasabi nila, ay, itong COVID, hindi kami masyadong nag-exercise so nag-weight gain sila.
Yan.
Tapos ngayon, yung mga BP nila, pumapatak ng 190, 60, 200, ngayon, gano'n na nangyayari. Alam nyo, pag gano'n na yung simptomas na inabot,
Delikado na yan.
delikado na yan. At saka, kumbaga, sometimes, it's the process for you to go back to optimum health is a risky path because that's when you need to consult with professionals.
Kasi baka mabigla niyo yung sarili
Don't at
niyo.
randomly think,
Oo.
dati naman ako nag-exercise, hindi ko lang ginawa. So,
Oo.
alam ko yung katawan ko, biglang,
Naku,
Na-overdo.
Marami na
Over
pong
yan.
ganyan kaming kaibigan na
Na-over.
naririnig na bigla na lang pong
they collapse in the
namamatay.
basketball
Oo.
court, they collapse where they're walking, ang daming
Oo,
ganun na
umakyat
nangyayari.
ng bundok kasi dati niyang ginagawa pero yun, bigla
So
na.
part of self-care is also getting your medical checks and everything,
Oo,
finding
tsaka
out your
maintaining,
status,
no?
and doing the activities na talagang makakabuti sa katawan.
Oo,
di ba?
wag natin bibiglain, wag natin susobrahan din. Oo.
Huwag susobra.
Kasi minsan nasusobra tayo eh.
Huwag kulang at huwag din sobra.
Oo.
Okay? Balancing yan.
Yeah, ito nga
Yes,
minsan if
balancing
you're
out
this is
talaga.
where if you have been an athlete all your life, syempre hindi naman ano yun kunyari athlete in your early peak strength days mo. But there's also a time where you have to really slow it down because
Maybe
Yes.
change a sport or just do less, no?
yeah, do less or something that is more manageable
Mild.
that has to do with ang tawag maintenance.
Oh.
You're just maintaining optimum health, not extreme. That I will do what
Yeah.
I used to think I was doing when I was young.
Oh.
Kaya ko gawin yun ng araw.
Oo,
Pero
oo.
pag hindi ka pala nag-stretching, pulled muscle, or ganito, or
Yes.
ganon, you know.
Kaya rin para sa seniors minsan, meron din silang ginawang mga study na para sa seniors, kahit maging active ka lang sa bahay, doing your own chores, gardening,
Just move.
yun na, okay na. Kung halimbawa, you're in your 70s or 80s, pwede na yun. That's good for your age. No?
Yes.
So, kahit may balancing talaga. Isipin din natin yung individual situation po natin.
Yes.
Huwag tayo mag-Tarzan kung tayo ay may edad na.
Kung luma na yung sasakyan, huwag na natin gawing race car.
Ayun
Diba?
na.
Huwag na tayong sumali sa mga competition na
Oo.
itutulak
Ang
natin
Sunday,
yung
ang
Kunyari,
Sunday
ano ka na lang,
travel.
1957 Ferrari, hindi ba yung gano'n?
May forma pero
Huwag
luma na
natin
po.
i-ano.
May 1957
Huwag naman
pa.
karera.
Oo.
Saka kasi alam niyo bakit? Alam ang problema sa gano'n?
Bakit?
Wala ka na piyesang mabibili. Saka kung bigyan ka namang spare parts, baka
Sandali lang yun.
o kaya kung mga yan, di ba, nare-replace mo yung mga tuhod mo sa bakal, hindi ba? Minsan akala natin, it gives me back that sort of feel that, I'm gonna be fine. But you know,
Baka bumigay yung puso naman.
many times,
Hindi
don't
yung tuhod.
wait for it to give out on you.
Yes.
That means you're extremely pushing it.
Yes.
Oo,
You know?
alaga na
Listen
alaga.
to your body.
Right.
Yan yung mga sinasabi ngayon ng mga
Respond.
coaches.
Pag may
Listen to the
masakit,
body.
sinasabi ng body na huwag mong gawin yan.
Kaya ito may nangyari. Meron daw kasi tayo noon na event. Tapos nag-complain dun sa chef, yung mga seniors, kasi puro beans daw niluto. Sumakit daw yung mga tuhod-tuhod nila. Pero naka-register sila sa special diet. Pero dahil nakita nila yung sarap nung sa isang table na regular diet, hindi raw nila matiis. Kumain na rin sila nung regular diet. Sinisisi nila yung chef. Sabi na, ma'am, doon kayo sa special diet So, minsan talaga yung choice natin kung anong kakainin. Kaya nga, sumasakit-sakit na is a sign that you should not overeat certain things.
Sabi nga ng doktor, you have to respect the pain. Pag meron kang naramdaman, pakinggan mo daw yun at gawa ka ng paraan na hindi nasasakit.
Actually, ang dami ngayong information. If you have all the researches, you read, marami na pong updates on educating us on how to maintain our lifestyle in a healthy mode. Diba?
Speaking of beans also, according to research, beans are not bad for your joints. This is a misconception. So, but diet is really important. Kailangan tayong kumain ng masustansya at maganda para sa atin.
Saka huwag natin sanayin sa sarili natin.
Bili ng bili.
Alam niyo, may isa
Ng
pang
nakapakete.
habits of this modern times is we try to keep ourselves awake.
Oo nga, ayaw natin matulog.
Gusto pang gumawa habang
yung
Kaya
iba.
yung kape.
Yun nga.
So nagpupuyat siya, hindi sila makatulog. Nakasanayan na nila na gusto nila hanggang ganitong oras ako gusto gising.
Oo.
Tapos-
Minsan sabi, 3 kape lang naman ininom ko ngayong araw.
Okay, yung pala,
Hindi na naman
malalaman mo,
makatulog na.
nanonood pala nung
Mga telenovela.
telenovela ng alas 12
Oo,
ng
isa
gabi.
pa.
May mga
Ayun.
ganon.
Yun ang-
But ang punto niyan,
Akala ko nag-aaral, nagre-review.
you embrace a certain way of life and then you will pay the consequences of the actions you do.
Kailangan talaga self-care.
Yeah.
Ingat tayo.
So we have to be, kaya nga ang bukang bibig ngayon palagi. Kasi nawala na ito sa anyo ng buhay ng tao. Yung maging mindful tayo sa ating actions na ginagawa. Kasi mindfulness will bring a sense of responsibility to whatever you do.
Yes.
And if you are not, kumbaga you're going by your passions or by what is dictating by your, kailangan mo to kami, ganito ka,
Oo.
without mindfully measuring. You know, even with food, for example.
Ay, lalo with food. Kasi alam mo tayo mga Pinoy, mahilig tayong kumain kasama lahat, di ba? Kasi masaya eh. Kaya lang, sa saya natin, nanilimutan natin. Subo pala tayo ng subo habang nagkukwento.
O kaya,
Naso sobrang
o kaya
kain.
it's also the other people say, kain ka pa.
Oo.
Bakit yan lang?
Oo.
More. You know, parang, oh,
At
hello.
hindi lang yun. Minsan lalagay na sa plato mo. Hindi ka naman kumukuha.
Like somebody said, why are you eat buffet? They paid for the buffet. And I'm saying, why did you eat that only? Sayang yung binayad natin, mahal, hindi ba?
Alam mo, minsan ngayon,
Delikado yan.
biglang nakikita nyo, nagkaroon ka ng mga habits and ways na ganyan. Alam nyo, hindi nyo alam hanggang saan ang hangganan nun eh.
Ay, talaga.
You start to develop certain habits and ways.
Oo.
Alam mo, many times, you develop certain habits and you have waste.
Yeah.
Waste. And big waste.
Waste
Waste?
and basura.
Oo.
Oh, yeah.
Waste. Alam nyo, 33%
Oo.
of all the food that is being produced, 33%, farms, everything goes to waste.
Sayang lang.
33% ng mga pagkain goes to waste. So can you imagine that? This is world, ha? It is not
Ayun pa
just...
naman, marami
it's-
nagugutom.
Kaya nga, titingnan nyo, no? Again, this is when you are not mindful of your actions. You end up growing your waste and wasting food.
O yun na nga. At minsan din, wasting din
All
yung
waste
ating health.
problem.
Then,
Kasi
Double waste
It
problem.
leads.
Yeah.
double. Speaking of double waste, as in double waistline, meron din ho ngayon na kailangan natin intindihin. Hindi ho lang sa pagtanda natin baka maging problema yung kain tayo ng kain. Hindi na ho ba matanda lang ang nagkakaroon ng mga heart attack? Ngayon kahit in your
Kaya.
20s, meron na hong nagkakaroon ng sakit na dapat sana usually, pagtanda mo makukuha. Pero ngayon kahit bata, meron na sila. Heart problem,
They say it's
may
ano
diabetes, ganyan.
disease of affluence. Kumbaga dahil nagkaroon ng pera, eto bibili ng lahat ng mga fatty food, sugary food.
alam nyo, minsan,
You know?
importante yan eh, yung sinabi mo yung affluence. Even in our society today, actually, there's no lack of food. Kaya nga 33% na
Sayang.
natatapon eh.
Yes.
Ibig
Minsan
sabihin na,
mag-order ka marami, hindi mo naman kaya
hindi mo
ubusin.
pala kakainin lahat. Or parang, ano yan, may tawag doon eh, takaw tingin.
O yun.
Oo,
takaw,
oo,
tingin.
Di ba?
Delikado yan.
So, tapos minsan, kain ka na kain, hindi ka na makahinga.
Ayun na
Kasi
nga.
may mga ganun.
Mag-iintay ka pa. Papaluwangin mo na yung belt.
Parang hanggang dito yun na yung umakyat na yung yung pagkain hanggang dito ayaw nang bumaba kasi puno na.
Tapos
But
kailangan niya...
somebody said this to me, a doctor, he said, you eat a lot and then the first part is enjoyment. But
Oo.
after a while, it's painful
Pain na
already
yan,
because you
pain.
can't breathe anymore.
Kakasasakit ng tiyan mo. Hindi mo na, anong tawag natin doon? Empacho. No? Hindi mo na
So,
madigest.
yan ang pag walang mindfulness, nagiging impulsive tayo sa ating buhay.
Or
Or impulsive.
Or just like you said, takaw tingin is a description using your eyes, using your senses, thinking you will enjoy
Oo.
something. Your senses are thinking, oh, that's nice. You will have fun. You will have pleasure. You'll enjoy it. But really, the effect on the body is not really anymore
Oo.
bringing well-being. Hindi ba?
Naaalala ko yung minsan tao gusto kumain na maanghang. Tapos mamaya namamawis na. Nabibilao ka na.
Kasi yung, yung ano nga eh, a lot of that boils to you lose touch of being more practical in many of the way you live your life. Kaya mindfulness
Yeah.
brings this about in your way, from eating to when you sleep, when you deal with others. Yeah. So it's always, kumbaga ano, it's a practice that you have to embrace every day. There's a time that you need to do your own solitude. What it brings is that time off and to be able to assess mindfully with a clear conscience. What are the things you need to do?
Yan. Yes. In yung mindfulness po ay very ano na ngayon, it's becoming very popular. It's
Buti
being
na lang.
taught,
Oo,
it's
buti
being
na lang.
taught because the opposite yung mindful po yung mindless. No, yung parang hindi na nag-iisip. Kahit nakakasama ay pinapasukan pa rin, you know.
Oh.
So true yung mindfulness is increasing our awareness
Ayun.
and increasing our consciousness or uplifting the consciousness para po mas maging maganda yung ating existence. Maganda yung buhay natin.
Oo.
No, it's very important na pumipili tayo with a clear mind on how to really choose our activities, pati yung amount of
Yeah.
activity,
Decision
Amount of
making.
eating.
Mm.
Kasi kailangan mong mindful ka para marinig mo yung chan mo. Sabi, uy, tama na, okay na itong dami
Kasi,
nito.
minsan kasi naisip natin, this is where, iba, we are all by nature, we want to be happy eh.
Yan. That's
Diba?
why we're
So,
trying.
Pag, di ba yung takaw tingin, it's a classic thing eh, kasi pag may nakita ka,
Kunin mo lahat.
gusto mo kagad, yun, di ba? Hindi naman yung mata mo yung kumakain.
Oo.
Ayun ang
Yes.
nga.
Tapos,
Kaya makinig
hindi
tayo
rin,
sa dila, sa
kahit
sa chan.
niligay mo sa dila mo, hindi pa rin naman yan eh.
Yes.
Nadaan lang dyan.
Pagdating sa tiyan, ang ginagawa lang yan, ipinoprocess niya kung anong nilagay ninyo. On the end of the day, all of this type of activities are, pag nahawaan kayo ng, you're not mindfully understanding how things work with your life, you begin to think, oh, if I eat this much food, ang sasarap ng pagkain na yan, I'll be happy.
Oo.
Di ba?
Yes.
Naging ganon. Or, if I put music, di ba, may ganon, I'll be immersed, I'll be having, di ba? You listen to certain music, but you don't realize, who is listening to that music? It's not your body. It's not you. It's not your tongue who's enjoying. It's not your eyes enjoying what it's seeing. Who is enjoying? Kasi tools lang yan eh.
Ayun.
Then it becomes, kumbaga then it enters our mind, di ba? The mind stores all of this information, right? But yet at the same time, you are in possession of your mind. You're not the one, you're not your mind.
Oo. Para lang siyang TV screen.
Oh, parang sa computer yan eh, niload nyo. Di ba? So, hanapin mo yun. So, the function of our brain, for example, sa neuro, lahat yan, the functions ng katawan, it's also a storehouse. The mind works almost similar, di ba?
The recorder.
Kumbaga
Okay.
siya yung tawag doon, software.
Yeah. So ngayon,
Hardware yung body.
kadalasan kasi, pag may naalala tayo, uy, sarap na ako sa gano'n ah. Uy, nangyari. Alam nyo, kadalasan, pag kayo nakainom ng marami, di ba? Malilimutan mo na eh. Kung ano nangyari sa'yo eh. Hanggang the next day na nagsusuka ka. O kaya, pag kumain ka ng kumain, di ba, sinasabi nila sa panahon ng Enero, after nag-happy-happy ang mga tao during the Pasko, andyan ang maraming nasa ospital, napupuno ang
na
mga ospital.
stroke, na heart attack,
Na-over na po.
over.
sa kakakain ng mga ating mga party.
Kumbaga your senses just went all out. Na-condition mo yung sarili mo sa panahon na ganito, ito ang gagawin ko. Pero on the end of the day, the
Suffer
consequences of your action,
naman. Babalikan
minsan
ka.
nalilimutan mo eh. Parang, ginagawa ko na. ito yung enjoyment namin eh. Ganito. But yeah,
Sabi na happy-happy daw siya. Happy-happy na maglasing, happy-happy na magkumain ng kumain. Pero yung nga,
Temporary lang.
merong resulta.
Oo.
Doon mo makikita yung resulta. Kung talaga bang happy kapag sumakit na yung
kung ginagamit mo ang talino
Lalo na
mo,
kung na-stroke ka,
Oo.
pag
hindi na
ginagamit mo ang
makalakad.
talino mo, sasabihin mo
Makasalita.
agad, no, hindi pwede yan.
Mhm.
Ikaw ang magsasabi nun. Kung
Oo.
sinasabi ng isip mo, hindi, masaya ka naman sa ganito eh. Ginagawa ito taon-taon eh. Pero, naku, alam nyo, kunyari, di
Kailangan
ba?
may rational thinking
Oo.
tayo.
Gamitin
At
ng
saka,
talino.
You don't go for the temporary, yung
Oh,
panandalian
yes.
lang. Gusto mo
Long term.
long term tayo.
Oo.
Diba?
Kasi on the end of the day, sino ba nagdidikta sa katawan at isip natin?
Kasi mga iba
Hindi,
parang
ikaw.
you gave up the reins
Tayo,
to the
we're
mind.
the driver eh.
Yes,
Oo.
yes.
So kailangan matuto tayo mag-drive.
Oo, hindi tayo yung nakakaladkad lang ng ating
Reckless
body
ang
and
tawag
mind kung
doon.
saan-saan.
Nagiging reckless driver ka ngayon.
Reckless imprudence resulting in homicide.
Oo.
Yeah.
Kasi yung mga nababasa natin.
Impulso na lang, impulsive na lang lahat ng actions
Kung
mo.
anong sabi ng one sense or the other, sige, sali ka
Tapos,
doon.
ang nangyari, ikaw na yung nasagasaan, pati yung iba, nasagasaan mo na rin dahil sa mga recklessness mo.
Kagabi nga, sa news na pinapanood ko, yung isang traffic enforcer, saan nangyari ito sa Cavite?
Yung nabangga.
Napangga,
Nakaladkad.
patay, kinaladkad, patay kagad.
Yes.
Tapos malaman mo, nakainom. Lasing pala yung nagmamaneho. Went through a traffic enforcer yan. Nagka-traffic siya sa crossing.
I think
Boom!
that's a very,
Bangga. Kainom.
kilala ng tao yung
Tapos alam
story.
nyo na lang narinig ko nung bandang hindi rin magkahabla dahil magbabayad na lang daw. Minsan yung parang mag-iisip ka, ganun lang ba kamura ang buhay ng tao?
Ay, naku, very
Ano mo?
irresponsible.
Tapos yung isa naman nakasagasa ng security guard, hindi niya nakita. Kumbaga lahat yung mga yan may something eh. Pero para mo marating yung ganun na punto sa buhay mo, hindi basta nangyari yun overnight eh.
Hindi
It is a
talaga
habit that
mindful.
you embraced on how you would live your life. If you live your life recklessly,
Ayun,
that means
disgrasya ang
there's no
aabutin.
point of you're not acting rationally and responsibly. Then actions like that, you become detrimental or you endanger other people.
Oo, hindi lang sarili mo, pati
Mm.
iba. Ay, naku.
And now your recklessness, you'll end up with what? Akala mo, ganun-ganun lang, nakapatay ka. Akala mo,
Okay
bayaran
lang.
mo lang ang tao.
Oo,
Wala
yun
kang
nga eh.
haharapin na
Problema
consequence
yan eh.
doon sa ano.
Oo,
Para ka para ka may baril eh. Para mong binaril yung tao eh. Ganun
nga.
yun. Iba lang yung weapon.
O ganun ba yung, di ba, nagma-mass shooting, nagalit sa mundo, may baril, magpapatayin yung mga ibang tao.
Akala nila hanggang ganun na lang matatapos na sila.
Tapos
Hindi.
akala nila pag nag-sorry sila, gano'n na lang. Walang
Hindi.
kabayaran.
May kabayaran buhay. Hindi kumbaga ang buhay natin. Kaya nga tayo lahat eh.
Precious po ang
Hindi ba?
human
Sa
life.
umpisa pa lang, binigyan tayo ng halaga, pinahalagahan ng ating magulang ang sarili natin nung tayo yung mga baby at bata pa. Binibigyan ng importansya, mga alagaan ka, magsasakripisyo sila, magtatrabaho sila para
Maiangat.
maiangat ang buhay ninyo, magawa niyo yung kailangan nyo
Ang
gawin.
isipan din natin, kailangan iangat.
Very, ibig sabihin, napaka-precious ng ating buhay.
Buhay.
It's a very valuable possession that we have.
It's rare.
The human life that we
Right.
have. We can achieve so much with this life, no? And
Kailangan pangalagaan natin ang
pangalagaan,
gusto.
diba? Kaya naman, yung iba reckless, parang wala sila ng
Walang purpose. Oo.
Wala
Binaliwala na nila, hindi nila naintindihan na ang buhay may lalim at may talagang importanteng kahalagahan yan. Hindi lang natin sinusukat yung trabaho mo, yung kung anong
Salary.
puproduce mo, yung salary mo. Hindi
Degree.
Hindi ganun eh. Kasi in nature, kaya ito, kung nakikita nyo sa likod, ang daming mga halaman, kahit doon sa amin sa gubat, ang daming mga puno. Lahat sila, may kanya-kanyang role eh. Napag-usapan ko na ito dati. Pero we give importance to their existence. We give them the space to grow.
And
And
all
be-
the more so, yung importance natin rin.
natin as
Ating-
people, as individuals.
oo.
So maraming aspects ang self-care.
Yeah.
Kung
Yes.
sabihin natin yung taking care of the physical body,
Yes.
taking care of the
You have a
mental,
sound mind.
Yeah.
oo, taking care of our inner being, yung
Yeah.
pinaka-spiritual, natin, foundation.
Mm-mm.
Lahat to kailangan binibigyan ng panahon. Lahat
Right.
to binibigyan ng importansya.
Oo, may effort, no?
Mm-mm.
Para pangalagaan natin.
Tsaka, you have to be able to measure kung nakikita mo yung importansya ng buhay ng isang tao. Kumbaga you respect life.
Yes.
Yes.
Tapos,
All life.
pag ganun ang tanaw ng isang tao, yun ang vision niya, yun ang natatanaw ng kanyang, huwag mo lang isipin yung physical eyes. Kasi yung visions na ganun, hindi naman sa mata lang at ano yun eh.
Again,
Kumbaga,
the eye is also just a tool.
a tool.
Oo, for the person.
So, it becomes more deeper and purposeful ang buhay ng isang tao.
Then they will take care.
Then they will take good care of everything they do because they value life at the end of the day.
Correct.
Then they will be careful not to drink, not to mistreat their body. They have to follow the natural universal laws that has been given to you. You see, on the end of the day, this is just a vehicle that we have eh.
Oo.
And then we have to treat it right. Huwag kayong palaging weekly, kailangan mo ng tune up.
May overhaul po
okay.
every month.
Mangungumpisal ka pa para maka-tune up. Di ba? Minsan may mga ganon tayo eh.
Ay, yung iba
Binabago
naman,
yung consciousness ng tao. Ay, nako. May ganon eh.
okay that we have our spiritual activities, di ba, on a regular basis. Pero hindi yung kamukha yung iba, nabanggit mo kasi yung pangungumpisal. Minsan nangungumpisal, pero pagkatapos, abay, gagawin na naman ang kanyang kasalanan.
Kumbaga,
Yun ang malabo.
Kailangan yata i-tune up palagi para yung consciousness ng tao malinaw kasi kadalasan
Pero hindi totoo na tatanggipin na Jesus Christ.
pag
yung
naka-fog yung fog of
kasalanan
war,
kung
alam mo yung fog,
paulit-ulit
yung
ka.
sinasabi, di ba? Yung mga sundalo, matagal ng bakbakan, meron sila tinatawag the fog of war.
Hindi na makaisip, tama.
Hindi na makaisip ng tama. So kung ang
Sumobra
buhay natin,
eh.
we have no sense of responsibility and mindfulness of our
Nahahalo-halo
action.
na natin kung ano yung tama at mali.
So, yung buhay mo nagiging foggy.
Pag ang paningin foggy, disgrasya
Pag
yan.
hindi ba driver ka tapos low visibility, saan ba pa mapupudpad ka?
Dapat
Hindi ba?
tumigil ka muna.
At saka gagawin mo pag slow, hindi ba?
Oo.
Hindi
Tsaka-
ka maka-advance.
Alam mo,
Stop muna hanggang mag-clear.
mata kasi eh, akala natin iyan ang magdidesisyon eh.
Oo,
Kung
correct.
hindi, yung perception mo,
Yeah, the consciousness.
yung consciousness. Kasi yung perceiver eh, the person eh.
Ikaw yung person.
Ikaw yung perceiver.
Ikaw yung
Kaya,
magde-decide.
Oo.
Ikaw
kaya
yung gagalaw.
pag sa tingin mong, wow, mukhang foggy na nga yung buhay ko. Wala na akong direction dito dahil hindi ko alam kung saan na ako pupulutin. Di ba may
Kailangan
mga
mo nang,
ganon?
teka, mag-retreat ka muna. Medyo
Oo.
get your act
Correct.
together.
Di ba?
Get your
Importante yun.
thinking
importante.
right. Oo.
Oh, kasi on the end of the day, when you do self-care, it has to do with that.
Parang
Ano ba yung
ngayon, di
purpose
ba?
ng buhay ko?
Di ba ngayon, it's autumn in parts of the world. Tayo naman rainy season. It's a time where you can sit back muna, reflect muna, medyo
Ay, oo.
assess, ano bang ginawa
There's
ko.
really a period
Oo.
even with the seasons.
Yes, even
no?
with the season.
That you can actually really
Step back.
Step back
Oo.
and assess,
Yes.
introspect. Yeah, that's
Oo.
very important.
Unfortunately, in our society, we're forced, even if the conditions are severe, people are still gonna go out there to work.
Kailangan pag-isipan din yan ng mga
At saka
tao.
sometimes,
na kailangan hindi
The
ganun.
times that you are given, okay, let's say the weekend supposed to be, you have time to, pahinga, reflect, rejuvenate and everything, but then people will be going out, going touring, and going restaurant hopping. So, again, it's a stress, for the body, a stress for the mind. So, there's never a period of rejuvenation, never a period of recovery.
Kaya nga pinag-uusapan natin ito ngayon kasi nasa isa't isa tayo na it's within each of us to make the choices rin.
Yeah.
You're
You
con-
really
it-
need to have a point where, okay, I need to stop this, I have to regenerate naman. No?
Oo.
Wag lang tayo go nung go kasi we think it's in
And
the doing.
It's very important to understand that if you really we're talking about happiness, trying to be happy, that real happiness really is internal.
Right.
It's not in the external, which people are always giving time to yung
Kailangan
external.
lumayo ka pa, magbiyahe ka pa
Oo,
para
yeah,
makahanap.
yeah.
Then the more you
Necessary.
have to be, kumbaga you learn to filter
Ayun.
what is important in
Pili
your
ka.
life. Kasi kung meron kayong objective and goal sa buhay at naintindihan nyo, itong buhay ko is very valuable. Kaya nga, binibigyan natin ng kahalagahan. Pero at the same time, nalululong ka sa mga bisyo, nalululong ka sa maraming bagay na, alam mo, meron nga isa pang ganitong kwento yan eh. Pagdating sa bisyo, wag lang natin isipin yung pag-iinom. Kundi isipin natin yung sugal, for example.
Ay,
Alam niyo ba, yung mga tao na nasa Las Vegas, nagpumupunta sa mga sugalan, yung mga main places na sugalan, napansin ninyo, walang mga bintana.
Oo.
Oo.
Control na control yung environment. Alam nila,
Sino?
ng mga may-ari nitong mga sugalan, na kapag ang isang sugalero na naging addict na,
Oo.
pag lumampas na yan sa 24 oras at nandun pa rin siya, hindi na maganda yung kanyang decision-making
Yeah, like
process.
we said, diba? Your decision.
Matatalo na siya dyan.
You will
Gagawa
take
na siya ng
risks.
malalaking magre-risk
That's
na
when
ngayon
they
siya.
take risk. Oh,
Dan
sige,
sila
mag-bet ka ng malalaki.
malalaking bets ang nilalabas.
Oh my
Yung mga may-ari, gusto nila yon kasi minsan regular customer eh. Uy, si ganito, big better, ganito
Saka so
yan.
you have the loud
Must-
noise,
must-
you have the lights,
The lights.
then you lack proper oxygen there kasi
Alright.
walang
Ang dami.
ventilation
Tapos
maayos.
yung
Mas
hindi nila
kikita, mas
napapansin.
You are
magpa-profit.
set.
ang
Oo.
mga
Oo.
hindi
owners
hindi
ng
nila
casino.
napapansin na yung mga tao na yung mga empleyado nag-shift sila kaya may three shifts pala.
Yung
Hindi nila
mga
pinatatagal.
empleyado can think, pero the ones betting, hindi
Hindi.
na maisip ng tama.
Kaya ganun ang kwento dyan. Kaya there are many examples
There are many
in different
ways
fields
people
of
make
work.
money. Ay, naku.
Now, ibig sabihin nun, yung mga tao na nandyan, yung kapakanan ninyo, hindi nila iniisip.
Correct.
Oo.
Gusto nila kayong matalo.
Tapos, minsan naman, minsan may nagsasabi, ay, nung araw, nung nag-shift kami sa plant-based diet, hala lahat ng tao sa amin, hindi namin alam ang ginagawa namin. Tapos ngayon, nasa madla na. Marami na. Hindi katulad doon. Pero may makikita ka pa rin sa mga pagdating sa mga actions na ganyan. Makikita nyo yung sense of yung mindfulness eh. Kasi if you have to act responsibly, every facet of your existence, dapat may dahilan bakit mo nag-engage doon sa particular activity na yun. Sa pagkain,
May reason.
sa pagtrabaho, sa pagtulog, sa yung panahon na solitude
Pahinga.
mo. May mga ganyan eh. It was designed to be that way. Kaya nga may araw at may gabi.
Oo.
Yung gabi is supposed to time na, okay, pahinga ka na.
Oo.
Huwag na yung gabi na eh. Tapos, sa tingin mo, hindi, may ganito pa ako. Matutulog ka na lang, ganitong oras. Tapos gigising ka na maaga kasi kailangan mo na pumasok sa trabaho.
Marami kasi nagsasabi, ay hindi, sanay na ako doon. Hindi nila
It takes
nararamdaman na
its
slowly,
toll
slowly.
sa buhay ng
oo.
tao. Kaya, alam niyo, after a while,
Nagbabago na.
foggy na rin yung pananaw niyo. Yung perception niyo sa buhay ay nagiging hindi clear.
Hindi na klaro.
Habang tinutuloy niyo yung ganong uring buhay, hindi na lang fog. At least yung fog may konting
May visibility,
may visibility pa eh.
Tapos, zero na.
blink, magpa-fog lights ako. Marami mga ganon, di ba?
Ay, naku.
Ang point rin natin dito is that actually happiness is not even expensive. It's not even something you have to work hard to save up for.
Pangkalusugan, pangkalikasan, go Palakas!
like